Great news. Terrific news. For those of you who think that school standards are dropping, it's rubbish. And I have the proof. One Sydney preschool actually has kids as young as 3 that have already studied Australian history. 3 years old. And even more amazing, they have thought very deeply about our race politics. Now, these infant oracles are to be found particularly in the Kelly's Place Children's Centre, where they have, all by themselves, we're told, decided to get the New South Wales Parliament to fly the Aboriginal flag over the Sydney Harbour Bridge every day of the year. Not 15 days like now. That's not enough, they say. And they've helped to collect 10,000 signatures for a petition to force the New South Wales Parliament to debate this. Aren't you impressed? What smart kids. The youngest just 3. The oldest only 5. So, I am not surprised that Labor's spokesman for early childhood, Jodie Harrison, was so amazed and thrilled when she received this petition from these tiny gurus. She said, "Our future looks bright if these children are in charge." I mean, come on. These kinder gurus are already in charge. Well, to a point. I mean, as Harrison said, it's because of their petition, it's thanks to their work, that we will be able to debate the issue in Parliament. And this, again, is just such positive news. I mean, at last the world is waking up to an incredible fact. Children are smarter than adults. Everywhere you see now, adults are now listening to child activists. Even the United Nations now hangs on every word of Greta Thunberg, for instance. Thunberg, just 16. And yes, with a range of mental conditions, but now the world's greatest authority on global warming.
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
And listen, we just got to face facts. We have to change the voting age so that only people younger than 18 can vote. After 18, of course, experience just makes people more stupid. The more we think we learn, the dumber we actually get. So let's have children run the world. Now, I admit there are cynics. And don't they make you sick, cynics? I mean, cynics who say that these preschoolers couldn't have dreamed up this petition all by themselves. But that's crazy. I mean, didn't your own 3-year-old discuss politics when they were sitting on the potty? Yours weren't? Well, you should have sent them to this Kelly's Place Children's Centre. Now, the Centre's spokesman, modest person, he has assured the Daily Telegraph that staff did not coach these children into running this campaign. It was the children's idea. He says one of the children, 4 years old, had noticed there was no Aboriginal flag on the Harbour Bridge and said that was disrespectful. Lovely big word for a 4-year-old, disrespectful. And apparently that idea took off among all the other preschoolers who, again, so clever, so clever. They all knew what the Aboriginal flag looked like and they all knew what it represented. And these clever children, according to the preschool spokesman, said, let's do something. And, of course, we listened to the children. Of course. Yes, the teachers just listen to the children like we all should. You know, I'm a little bit sorry, but I do have one tiny little doubt. You see, for teachers who just listen to the children, there was actually a lot of talking at them. This spokesman says, well, actually, we did teach the kids about respect of Aboriginal land. We did teach them who they'd have to speak to about this flag problem. Hey, kids, does anyone here know what a politician is? And the teachers also taught the kids about this petition that's backed by Labor. What a coincidence. And it's pushed, of course, by an activist who identifies as Aboriginal. And that's when the children said, let's do something, says the centre. How very clever of these kids to have finally worked out the message with no coaching at all. And I'm assuming that it was also some 3-year-old who then, rang Labor and said, hey, we're coming over with our petition. Don't worry. No, don't worry. We'll get there ourselves. But you call the media, will you, or shall we? No coaching by the children, by the teachers at all. It's all the children's own work. There was no training of these moppets into political activists. None by teachers who are just too bored with simply teaching that A is for apple and K is for cat and per. Well, that is for propaganda.